doing? How's everybody feeling this morning? Is everybody like, it's Monday, but it's like such a strange time of year. Usually this is the, usually years past it, especially in yoga classes, you're talking about how, it's so busy and everything's so crazy right now. We just need to like find these moments. But obviously it's busy, but in a very different way this year. It's not that rushing here, there, and everywhere like we usually are at this time of year. We're in the middle of Hanukkah, we're approaching Christmas, and it's just not like other times, clearly. But so it's about like, again, coming back to that grounding and centering, um, to just, in the midst of whatever it is, this energy that's around us, and just finding that space. And that's why this meeting here is so sacred and so beautiful and so needed for all of us, because we're being pulled in all these different directions, and we just need to find these moments. And sometimes it is just moments, sometimes it's an hour practice. It should be an hour practice every day in a perfect world. It's not always possible, but even that hour. But right now we are here, and that's really a beautiful thing on a Monday morning, the week ahead of us. So let's come to our comfortable seat. Let's start to settle into our space. I always like to think of the yoga mat as like a little oasis. It's like a little island that you can escape to in the middle of your ocean or your mountains or your city. You've got this one little space that's just for you, and it's your place to breathe and move and just settle in and build up your strength and fill up your cup. Whatever things you need to visualize and imagine that you need, you can do that right there on your mat. So come to your seat, start to lengthen your spine, thank you for muting everyone, Catherine, and lengthen your neck, and just roll your shoulders back a few times so that you can connect into that tight space. Just keep rolling them back, and then find a little bit of stillness, bringing your hands to your knees, open palm for receiving, and knowing that if you're giving constantly and your energy is going out, that it's okay to receive. It really is okay to be here and receive. But if you need a little extra grounding, just gently pressing down through your thighs, giving yourself like a mini massage. And take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Just feeling your shoulders drop each time, just dropping a little bit further away from the ears, just drawing them back, and keep that nice flow of breath going. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And then bringing your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly, really starting to connect into the breath, drawing the breath down into the belly, allowing the breath to drop down away from the chest, filling up your belly with every inhale and letting it out with every exhale. And just taking a moment to send out a thought, a prayer, an intention of loving kindness to those who need it. And if it's you who needs it today, just being open to receiving it from this collective prayer. And remembering that everything comes and goes, and that inside of us we have so much strength and courage to just keep moving forward. Breathing in and breathing out. Staying here with your hands where they are, or bringing them back to your knees, opening up with 3 Oms. We'll start with a short kirtan. This is one that I'm singing lately that I just absolutely love, to the Guru. But really, rather than a guru out there, than a teacher that's out there, it's really about this guru inside of you, this trusting, this inner wisdom and guidance that you really do have inside of you. We say at the end of practice, trusting the teacher inside of you. Let's really dedicate this practice to that guru, that inner guru guiding us. So sing with me or after me. Two more times. Taking a deep breath in here, letting it out with a big sigh. Reaching forward, pressing play on your playlist. If you want to practice with music today, I put it in the WhatsApp. Just taking a moment here. And then coming back to your mat and coming onto your knees and sitting back, tucking your toes under. It's not the most comfortable thing to do right now, but it's so important to remember that our feet need so much attention. So just finding a moment here to settle in, tucking the toes under. If it really is not happening for you right now, just untuck them and sit back. But if you can, just sitting here and just bringing that attention and awareness into your feet. I really want to think about these roots into the earth. So when we're standing and walking around, we are rooted and grounded. We're not flighty and floating away. We're really grounded into the earth. So reaching the arms forward, up overhead, taking a deep breath in and exhale, circling them round and down. We'll just do two more of these, reaching them forward and up. And exhale, circle round and down one more time. A nice big movement, reaching them forward and up, and exhale, circling them round and down. Untucking the toes, coming forward onto your hands and just tapping out the tops of the feet here. And then just gently moving here, moving through the hips, circling the spine, circling the lower back, circling into the shoulders. Just moving your body, breathing as you move. Intentional breath and movement. Of course, we are always breathing and moving, but when you bring your intention in, it really is calming down your heart rate, regulating your breath, noticing the areas of your body that are tight. Maybe it's always tight, your lower back in the mornings, or maybe it's just different today because of something you've been doing over the weekend. Moving into your shoulders, noticing these things and working with them, not against them, not judging your body or anything that you've done, just being here, being present. Going side to side, swaying motions. Close your eyes here or keep them open and just moving. Noticing the music and letting thoughts come and go. Allowing the thoughts to come and go. Bringing a smooth, silky quality to your breath as you inhale and exhale. Coming to a neutral spine, gently sitting the seat back towards the heels and then scooping the pelvis towards the belly button, rolling through the spine, walking the hands slightly forward and allowing the hips to just sink down as you come into a soft upward facing dog. Chin to chest and gently rolling back through the spine, seat to heels, coming into a child's pose just for a moment and moving back through the spine into your upward facing dog. So just a nice gentle wave-like motion back and forwards, bringing some warmth into the spine, the hips, the knees, the shoulders, back and forwards. Inhaling as you move and exhaling as you move. A nice smooth movement and smooth breath. And then coming back to your tabletop, tucking the toes under, hovering here for a moment, knees hovering, moving back into the feet, maybe stretching the soles of the feet and the toes just a little bit more here. Drawing the shoulders, bringing your awareness to your shoulders, just drawing them away from your neck and your ears, as I always say in downward dog as well. And then from here, pushing back into your downward dog. And keep the knees bent as you pedal out the legs. Moving the head, allowing the neck to take a little break here with the head just hanging. And then moving the feet touch, lifting the heels up high, tilting the pelvis towards the belly button and going through this spinal roll from a downward dog. Sinking the hips down into an upward facing dog. They can hover above the mat or come down to the mat. And then gently pushing back to your downward dog. Pedaling out the legs here a couple of times and then going through the spinal roll again. So tucking the pelvis in, tilting it and rolling all the way through the spine and sinking the hips into an upward facing dog, looking up, breathing in and exhale, pushing back. One more nice rolling motion here, like a rolling wave, lifting the heels up high, rolling through the spine, sinking the hips down, leading with the heart, lifting the head, breathing in, and then coming back to your downward dog, pedaling the legs here. The wrists are aching, coming down to the elbows just for a moment, staying in your downward dog, just giving the wrists a break. And then coming back into your downward dog, lifting the right leg up high, really, really high, opening out, bending the knee, opening out the hip. I know we all love this one in the morning. And circling here, circling the ankle, circling the hip, nice big circular motions. And then squaring the hips, stepping the right foot through, bringing the back knee down, hands to hips, and just gently sinking a bit lower into that lunge. Maybe moving the front foot, finding what works for you, what your base is, how wide your legs can go, where you feel that you need to move into. And then just bringing the right hand down. It can float in the air or come all the way down. Lifting that left arm up, opening out, gazing up at the left palm, feeling a lovely stretch in the side of the left waist, the hip, sinking a little lower, breathing here, gazes up, and then coming back to center, sending the hips back, lengthening that right leg, folding forward here, flexing the right foot, taking a moment here. That right leg doesn't have to be completely straight. You can bring a little micro bend into it if that's better first thing, Or if you fully want to straighten it, that's fine too. It's about listening to that inner wisdom, knowing that you know what's right for you. And then bend into that front knee and just move it back and forwards. Move the hips back and forwards, bend and straighten. Trying to keep the hips squared, folding forward here, breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Then bending that right knee, tucking the back toes under, stepping that right leg back, and just moving your dog a little bit, moving the hips side to side. And then inhaling the left leg up high behind you. Really high, lift it up a little bit higher. Then bend the knee, open out the hip and start your circles. Circles with the ankle, circles with the hip. And then square the hips, step that left foot through. Bring the back knee down, hands to hips, and a gentle pulse here. Maybe moving that front foot a little bit forward. Feeling where it feels comfortable to you to move. And then bringing your left hand down, hovering it and reaching that right arm up and open over. If you can touch down with your fingertips or full palm, or you can keep your left hand on your hip if that's better. Reaching that right arm up, sinking the hips and reaching the arm up. Breathing here. And then releasing the hands down either side of the left foot, lengthening that left leg, straightening the left leg, flexing the foot, folding forward here. And just taking a moment here to settle in, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings, inhaling and exhaling. Then bending into that left knee and just moving the hips back and forwards a few times. Bending, straightening, bending, straightening. One more time. Bend into that left knee, tuck the back toes under, step that left foot back, pedal it out a bit, and then nod the head yes. Gently shake the head no. Walk the feet halfway up the mat, hip distance apart, micro bend the knees, grasping hold of opposite elbows and just sway here. Swaying side to side. Can make the movements very small or a bit bigger. Then bending into that left knee, place the left hand down, reach that right arm up, gaze up at the ceiling. Right leg is a little bit straighter than the left leg. Gazes up, breathe here. And then release, switching sides, bending the right knee. Right hand presses down, reach that left arm up and open. Breathing here. Inhaling. And then releasing. Just allowing both arms to hang down as if you were like a wet towel, just hanging down. Head is hanging. Knees are micro bent and just folding forward here, breathing here. And then very slowly starting to roll up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, one by one, slowly coming up. Head comes last, shoulders coming up to stand. Roll the shoulders back once. Roll the shoulders back twice. Inhale the arms up overhead, reaching them up. And grabbing hold of the left wrist, pulling over to the right side. Sending the left hips to the left side, looking up at the elbow crease, feeling a stretch in all the way around the rib cage, gazes up and then switching sides, making sure your feet are really planted and looking up at the right elbow crease, looking up at the ceiling, pulling onto your right wrist, breathing here. And then release, arms by your side, just shake everything out, shake the feet out, shake the hands out. Gently drawing a prayer in front of the heart center. Closing the eyes for a moment or lowering the eyelids. Just taking a moment to honor that inner guru, that wisdom that we all carry inside of us. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, arms by your side, preparing for Surya Namaskar A, stepping to the top of your mat. Inhaling the arms up over the head, pressing the palms together, gazing up at the hands Exhale as you fold forward and touch down. Inhale, lengthen the spine and look forward. Exhale, step the feet back, lower down through chaturanga, and come all the way down to the belly if you want to. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Doing all the things you need to do, pedaling out the legs, pressing the hands into the mat, walking the dog, imagining that the chest and the belly are coming closer towards the front of the thighs, creating, like imagining that they're just coming closer, maybe a little micro back bend in the lower back, pressing the ground away from you, breathing here, inhaling, nice deep breaths, and exhaling. One more deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead, gazing up at the hands. Exhaling, arms by your side, Tadasana. Again, inhale, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, touch down. Inhale, lengthening the spine and look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down through chaturanga, lowering with control. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, pushing it back to downward facing dog. Breathing here in your downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe moving the hips from one side to the other. Releasing the head. Looking back at the gap between the legs and breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press the palms, rise all the way up, gazing up at the hands. Exhale, arms by your side. Jiva Mukti, inhale, hook the thumbs, arch it back, reaching the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, interlace the fingers behind you, squeeze the shoulders together as you fold forward, legs straighten. Inhale the hands down, stepping the right leg back into a low lunge. Exhale, left leg steps back, downward dog. Inhale, just as we did before, roll forward through the spine into a plank. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Rolling through the spine again to a plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward into a low cobra. Exhale, push back, seat to heels, downward dog. Inhale, stepping that right leg forward into a low lunge. Exhale, left leg steps forward, fold forward. Inhale, micro bend the knees here, hook the thumbs, reach the arms up overhead, micro back bend. Exhale, fold it forward, swing the arms, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders together, fold forward. Inhale, release the hands down to the mat, step the left leg back, low lunge. Exhale, right leg steps back, downward dog. Inhale, rolling through the spine to a plank. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll through to a plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward to a low cobra. Exhale, push back, seat to heels, downward dog. Inhale, step that left foot forward into a low lunge. Exhale, right leg steps forward, fold forward, staying here for a moment. Feeling that lovely stretch in the back of the hamstrings, breathing here. Sealing it up, micro bend the knees, hook the thumbs, reach the arms up overhead. Plant the feet, push the hips forward slightly, coming into a little back bend, reaching the arms up, breathing here. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana, Surya Namaskar. Inhale, bend the knees, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, touch down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, coming into your warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Beautiful. Bending that front knee. Make sure that you can see your big toe. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Opening the hips here. The hips naturally open, reaching the arms from fingertip to fingertip. And then reach the right arm back, but into reversing your warrior, but straighten the front leg. And then back to warrior two. And then just going through this a few times. So bending and straightening the leg as you reach the right arm forward. And then as you reach it back, you straighten that leg. Just warming things up. Breathing here. And finding your way back to warrior two, breathing here, and then releasing the hands down, stepping it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward into warrior one. Press the palms, reach the arms up, gazes up. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Gazes forward. Then reaching that right arm back, that left arm back, straightening the left leg, and then coming back to warrior two. So as we're reaching our arm back, we're straightening our leg. And as we come forward, we're bending. Just a few more times, breathing as we go. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back to a warrior two, staying here for a moment, breathing in. And then exhale, releasing the hands down to the mat, stepping it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Staying here for a moment in your downward facing dog. Doing all the things that you need to do. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sit low in your chair, press the palms, reach the arms up. Staying here in your chair for a moment, tucking everything in, tailbone, belly, gazes up, sitting a little bit lower. As you gaze up, breathing in, and then exhale, fold it forward, touchdown. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. One breath to one movement. Step the right foot forward, coming into warrior one. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior, straightening that front leg. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Breathe in here, and then release the hands down, stepping it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior one on the inhale. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior, straightening that front leg. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale in warrior two. Exhale, release the hands down, step it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Coming back to inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into your Utkatasana. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward, coming into warrior one. Press the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the hands behind you, squeezing the fingers together. Before moving forward, we want to move back. So we're just squeezing our hands, squeezing our shoulders, opening out the chest, dropping the head back, bending into that front knee, and then leading with the heart, slowly folding forward into devotional warrior. Right shoulders on the inside of the right knee, really squeezing everything together. Breathing here. Crown of the head is coming down towards the mat. Breathing in. And exhale, releasing the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Lift that back heel up. Open out the right side into an easy twist, gazing up at the ceiling, breathing here. Up at the ceiling, inhaling and exhaling. From here, finding our way into a side plank, making sure your left shoulder stacked over your left wrist. I like to bring my right hand to my right hip and then bringing my right leg on top of my left leg. I feel more stable moving from there, but you know what to do. So staying here in your side plank, any leg variation that you want to do, beautiful. Staying here for another breath and then gently stepping that right foot behind your left leg, coming into a wild thing, pushing the hips up, reaching that right arm back, gazes back, breathing here, opening up the front line of the body, inhaling and exhaling gently, bringing that right hand back down, coming back into a plank, just resetting in your plank, and then moving through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Beautiful, stepping the left foot forward, coming into warrior one on the left side. Press the palms, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms behind you. Squeezing the hands and the shoulders together, pulling everything back. And then exhaling as you fold forward. Left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Head just hanging there. Keeping that squeezing going with the fingers, the shoulders. Keep bending into that left knee. Keep it going. Breathing here. Then releasing the right hand down, parallel with the left foot. Lifting the back heel up and opening out to the left side. Lifting that left arm up, gazing up, breathing here. And then from here, finding your way into your side plank. So stacking your left leg on top of your right leg, coming to the outside blade edge of your right foot. Remembering to push the hips up when you're here. Keeping them pushing up. Imagining there's a beach ball there. Breathing here. Then stepping that left foot behind. Pushing the hips up. Reaching that left arm back. Keep the hips pushed up. Breathing here. Inhaling. And exhaling, releasing that left hand down. Just resetting in a plank for a moment and then going through your chaturanga, lowering down. Inhale to upward facing dog, pushing it back to downward facing dog, staying here for a moment. Inhaling, exhaling, bending the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward here. Inhale, coming up, keeping the legs straight, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana, moving from here into a tree pose. Bringing your left hand to your left hip, pressing your left foot into the mat and drawing your right knee up in front of you, just holding it here for a moment, getting your balance in your left foot, finding a focus, a place to fix your focus, your drishti, finding your way from here into a tree. Right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Hands on hips for a moment, then reaching them in front of you into a prayer, reaching them up, can be open, can be closed. Just keep the eyes fixed on one point, breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling, knowing that the ground beneath you is supporting you and you're rooted down into it. And bringing your right hand to your right ankle and placing your right foot on top of your left thigh by your knee and just sitting back here. You can bring your hands into a prayer. Elbows can come in front of the right shin, sitting the seat back, breathing here, settling in, feeling the stretch, breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. From here, gently releasing, kicking that right leg back into a warrior three. So the hands can stay in front of your heart center. Can fold forward, making a straight line with your leg. Foot is flexed, breathing here. And then drawing that right knee in front, coming into an eagle. So wrapping the right leg around the left leg, bending into both knees, wrapping the right elbow underneath the left, pressing the hands into a prayer, staying upright or folding forward, breathing here. Just settling in, really squeezing the arms together, squeezing the thighs together, breathing here, inhaling, exhaling, releasing the hands down to the mat. unbinding the legs and lifting that right leg up high behind you into a standing split just for a moment. Inhaling here, exhaling, stepping it back, stepping the left leg back, going through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Stepping or jumping the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, folding forward, keeping the legs straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your hips. Pressing the right foot down into the mat. Drawing the left knee up in front of you. And then placing it on the inside of the thigh. Arms can be wherever you want them to be. In a prayer, in front of your heart, reaching them up high. Just keeping your gaze focused, fixed. At a point that's not moving. Or the flame of a candle, even though that's flickering, it's very focusing. Then left hand comes down to left ankle, moving your foot. So your ankle is resting on the front of your, just above your knee, and sitting back. Setting, the seat goes back, settling in. There is an arm balance here if you want to do it. Otherwise, just being here, breathing. And then starting to lift the torso up, kicking that left leg back, coming into warrior three. Breathing here in your warrior three. Keeping that silky smooth breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then gently bending into the right knee, bringing the left leg around, coming into eagle, wrapping the left elbow underneath the right elbow, squeezing everything together, settling back into your seat, squeezing the thighs together, the arms, inhaling. Exhaling, releasing the hands down, lifting that, unbinding that left leg, lifting it up high for a standing split for a moment, breathing here. And then stepping it back, lowering down, going through your vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale, coming back to downward dog, staying here in your downward dog for a moment, just moving the hips from side to side, pedaling the legs. And stepping the right foot forward, coming into warrior one, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, opening out to warrior two, straightening the right leg, moving into Trikonasana, walking the back foot in a little bit, allowing the left hips to move back as your body moves forward, reaching that arm forward and then folding, grasping the ankle. Peace fingers can wrap around the big toe, or the top of the hand could just press the inside just above the ankle, lifting that left arm up high, gazes up, breathing here. And exhaling, bringing your attention and your intention back to your breath. And then moving from here into half moon, gazing down, bending slightly into that right knee. Right hand comes in front of the right foot, lifting that left leg up, finding your way here in your half moon. Just making sure that left hip is open and stacked on the right. Maybe lifting that balancing hand up, keeping the gaze up, keeping the gaze down, just keeping the breath going here. You combined bending the back knee, grabbing the back ankle. Maybe here you want to press your hand into the mat. Breathing. And then exhale, releasing that left hand down, square the hips, step the left foot back just halfway down, coming into a pyramid. Both feet are in line with the hips, so they're in their own lanes. Make sure you square your hips, lengthen the spine here before folding forward. And then just release the head. You can be here on your fingertips. You can press hands into the mat. You can reach your arms back, folding forward, breathing here. And then adjust your back foot. We're revolving our Trikonasana here. So left hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Reach the right arm up. I always need to adjust my back foot here. I need to open it out slightly. Inhaling. Exhale, release the hands down, step it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot forward, coming into warrior one. Exhale, open out to warrior two. And then begin straightening that left leg, walking the back foot in, reaching the arms forward, 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 and then folding. Right arm reaches up, gazes up, inhaling and exhaling here. Just keep the breath going. Inhaling and exhaling. Bringing the gaze down, moving into your half moon. I need to bend my left leg quite a lot to place my hand. Lifting the right leg up, opening out that right hip. From here, I lift my left hand. I keep my gaze down. From here, you can bend your knee, grab your ankle, bind here, really open out here, breathing here, inhaling. And exhaling, beautiful. Release that right hand down. Gently step the right foot back halfway to your pyramid. Square the hips, fold forward over the left leg. And just let the breath come and go. Even though you're folding forward, your belly's compressed. Breathing here. And then adjusting the back foot, so the foot's out a little bit. Right hand comes to the outside of the left foot, reaching that left arm up, revolving your triangle, your Trikonasana. Breathing, inhaling, very nice. And exhaling when you're ready to release, stepping it back, lowering through your Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Just staying here for a few moments. Moving the hips, walking the dog, breathing as you go. Inhaling and exhaling, reaching that right leg up high behind you. Stepping the right foot through to land between the hands, coming into a lunge. So just finding your way into your lunge, hands to hips, sinking down, reaching the arms up overhead. And then reaching the right hand back, left arm forward. So we're reversing our warrior two here. Right hand reaches back, reaching that left arm up, reversing again. Breathing here. And then coming back to center, hands to hips, just bringing that back knee down, reaching the left arm up and twisting it around to the right side. Bringing your hands to a prayer, tucking the back toes under, staying here, or lifting that back leg up, looking up, breathing here, finding your way here with your arms. There's all the variations and you know which one you want to do. Maybe it's one you always like to do, maybe it's one just for today. Breathing here. And then releasing the hands to the inside of the right foot, bringing the back heel down and just moving to the center. Hands come to the long line of the mat, turning the toes in and heels out. So we're in a nice forward fold here. And just fold forward here. Hands can move back, can be in line with the feet. Just allowing the head to release down. Breathing here. Folding forward. And then turning the left foot, moving to the back of the mat. Lifting that back, that left leg up high behind you. Three-legged dog, and then stepping it through. Bringing the back knee down. Hands on hips just for a moment. Lifting that back leg up, so we're in a nice lunge here. Reaching the arms up, and then reaching that left arm back. So reversing our warrior two. Then reversing again. Reaching back, reaching up, breathing here. And then releasing the hands down to the front, bringing the back knee down, Reaching the right arm up and twisting around to the left side, hands to prayer, or however you want them. I like to start with them in prayer. For me, it sets up the pose in a stable way, tucking the back toes under, lifting the back knee up, finding your way here, opening out the arms, binding, whatever you did on the other side, try to do on this side. Then releasing the hands to the inside of the left foot, bringing the back heels down, moving the hands to the long line of the mat. And again, just folding forward here. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And then walking the feet in, we're going to come into yogi squat from here. So as close as you want them to be, but we're moving before settling. So just moving side to side, lifting one heel up, lifting the other heel up. We're trying to keep the spine lengthened here. Maybe staying on one side. Can bring the right arm to the inside of the right knee, reaching it back, lifting that left arm up, opening out, breathing here, and switching sides. And coming to center, just finding a moment here to draw everything in. You can lower your eyelids, close your eyes, bring your hands to prayer, elbows are on the inside of the knees, lengthening the spine here. Bringing your gaze to your third eye, to the inside of your forehead, your intuition, your wisdom, your inner knowing. Breathe here. If you want to move from here into Bakasana, go. Otherwise, just stay here, settling into your squat. It's nice to keep practicing the arm balances. If anything, to just know that, you know, you've got that strength. It's fun as well. It's like seeing where you can go. It's playful. And then stepping or jumping back, lowering down through Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up high behind you. Bend the knee and sweep it through for pigeon. Reach the arms back, open up the chest before folding forward here. Exhale, fold it forward. Resting the forehead down. Reaching the arms forward. We're just making sure that there's no tension here in the shoulders. You can move your forehead from side to side if your head is resting down. Breathing. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just allowing the muscles to melt open. And then starting to lift the head up, walking the hands back towards the hips. Bringing the left leg all the way around, coming into a seated spinal twist. Reach the right arm up. And lengthen and twist around to the left side. Keep the spine lengthened as you inhale. And on the exhale, just twist a little bit further. And then release, de-twist. Step or jump the feet back. You can come straight into a downward dog or go through your vinyasa. Lifting that left leg up high behind you. Bending the knee and coming into pigeon on your left side. Really reach back, open things up, and then fold forward. Resting the head down. It's unusual through the day for our head to rest down. And just taking this moment, breathing. Maybe moving your head gently from side to side to massage your forehead. And slowly starting to lift up. Coming into seated spinal twist, bringing your back leg all the way round. Right hand comes behind you, left arm lifts up, twists around to the right. Lengthen the spine and twist. Breath and movement working together, supporting each other. And then de-twisting. From here, untucking the legs and just stepping back into a plank. Holding a plank. Just holding it for a moment. Nice strong back, shoulders, rounding out the back, breathing in here. And from here, lowering down with control, all the way down to the belly. Engaging the legs, reaching the arms forward and lifting everything up off the mat. Shalabhasana, gaze is forward, body is engaged, body is strong, lifting everything up. On the inhale, lift it up a little bit higher. Beautiful, lower down. Bringing one ear to the mat, moving the hips side to side. Lovely. Coming into Dhanurasana, bending the knees, grabbing the ankles, then kicking the feet into the hands, lifting everything up. Kicking the feet into the hands, lifting it up a bit higher, breathing in, lifting. Beautiful, lower down, other side, other ear to the mat. Moving from side to side. And then flipping over onto your back, coming into your back bends. Starting with a bridge. Bending your knees. Tilting your pelvis towards your belly button as you lift your hips up. Pressing your feet into the mat. Interlacing your fingers underneath you, or bending your elbows and pressing your hands into the side of your waist. Kind of like creating a little shelf for your hips to rest on. They can get a little bit higher that way. Staying there for a moment. And then coming down. Doing 2 more back bends of your choice. Either bridge or full wheel. Staying for 5 breaths. Beautiful, nice, gorgeous. And coming down. Nice, Rhonda. Yeah, move your hands in a little bit. Coming into your last back bend, press up. Try to straighten the elbows a little bit more, Rhonda. Beautiful, yes. And then when you're ready, coming down, drawing the knees into the chest. Squeezing and hugging your knees. Giving yourself a big hug. And then gently holding onto the knees as you rock back and forwards. Coming to a seated forward fold. Extending the legs out in front of you, straightening the legs, moving the flesh out from under the seat, flexing the feet. Reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale as you fold forward, finding your way slowly into this. With every exhale, coming down a little bit further. Can hook peace fingers around the big toes. Grasp around the back of your shins, folding forward here, allowing the head to just drop down and rest. Breathing. Inhaling. And exhaling. Keeping a gentle pressure as you gently pull on your ankles or feet. Folding a little bit further forward here. And then releasing. Releasing slowly, reaching the arms forward and rolling slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, back down onto the mat. Engaging your core, pressing your lower back into the mat, coming all the way down into your shoulder stand. So lifting the legs up over your head, bending your elbows. Gaze is up. Feeling everything in alignment, your body, your mind, your breath, your thoughts, bringing it all in. And then allowing the legs to fold over the head, coming into Halasana, cow pose. And then when you're ready, bending your knees, other side of your ears, squeezing your ears. And then when you're ready, releasing your hands, rolling through the spine, and then bringing your legs down with control, coming to lay down, moving into Matsyasana, fish pose. Everything moves in the opposite direction, bending the elbows, opening up the chest and heart center, inhaling the crown of the head back, opening up the throat chakra, opening up the mouth, breathing in and letting it out. Inhaling and exhaling. One more nice deep breath in and exhaling it out. From here you can move into your Shavasana. Allowing the arms to open, palms facing the ceiling, allowing the feet to just gently fall open. Allowing the breath to become more shallow. Just breathing here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Slowly coming back, bringing some movement into your hands and your feet. Reaching your arms up overhead, stretching all the way. Drawing knees into your chest, rolling over to one side. Finding your way to a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed or eyelids lowered. Together we'll close up this practice by singing Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions somehow contribute to that freedom and happiness of all. Because if we are not all free, then none of us truly are. Loka Samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Bringing your hands to a prayer in front of your heart center. Bowing your head to your hands, knowing and trusting that the true teacher lies inside of you. Namaste.